लो आया 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 मैं हूँ मूवी मदारी, लाया चलती फिरती तस्वीरों की क्यारी। हर कहानी एक कहानी नई सी प्यारी, हर किस्सा है सिनेमा के जादू का। लो आया 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 मैं हूँ मूवी मदारी, खट्टे मीठे किस्सों की लाया फुलवारी। कैसे सबके सर पे चढ़ी ये खुमारी, हर किस्सा है सिनेमा के जादू का। अकड़ बकड़ बम्बे वो 80-90 पूरे 100 बरस का हुआ, ये खिलाड़ी ना बूढ़ा हुआ। अकड़ बकड़ बम्बे वो 80-90 पूरे 100 बरस का हुआ, ये खिलाड़ी ना बूढ़ा हुआ।
Education is the key for development, key to a dignified living for our children. And as you must be hearing from the newspapers, India is growing. This growing is because the rising status of the education in India. There are 95% children who are enrolled in the school, but dropout rates are very high. 100 out of 100 children who get enrolled in the school, 50% of the boys and 58% of the girls get dropout. That means every 100 children who get enrolled, only 58 students reach grade 5 and only 33 students reach grade 8. And then this dropout is because of the economic situation the children live in, the growing urbanization, so they don't have any housing, and the social and other problems that the children faces in the family and in the neighborhood. 35 million Indian children are not going to school, and if at all they go to school, they are not able to complete. From the side of the government, there is right to education guaranteed by the constitution, but unfortunately all the children are not able to get into the school. There is what we call right to education, where all the children have a right to get primary education up grade 1 to 8, but due to various reasons and poverty, they are not able to access this education. In this context, I think the work of APBME Foundation is very, very great, because our dear foster parents, you are supporting more than 200 children of the slums in Vakola. And I think through this support, 200 children can go to school and 200 children can get quality education, because now the focus is not quantity but quality. Because quality education will help them to get a good job. Otherwise, they would end up in the informal sector, unpaid jobs, poor working conditions. So if they have good quality education, they can get into good companies. They can get better job, better salary, better living conditions, and better future for themselves, for their family. And I think that is the ultimate goal of the education which you are providing. Of course, education, investment in education is a long-term process. You can't see the results today, tomorrow. But I think the fact that India is making progress is because of the investment in education. And here, your work is very, very important. In urban area, there is, as you can see, the slums are increasing because there is development one side, but there is also poverty on the other side. There are displacement because buildings are coming up, so the poor families and children are thrown out into the road. They have no place. Because of the urbanization, it's very difficult for them to find housing, so they live in rented homes. Rent increases every year. As a result, the students are not able to cope up, so they drop out and go back to their village. But I think in order to continue educating, in order to continue this whole process of empowering the children in India, I think what we need to do is this: to concentrate on quality education, to help and support the younger children in the family to go to school, to help the mothers in home economics and home management, and also to have some infrastructure in the village. So I think support to education should be a holistic program where the children are helped to go to school, the little ones can go to a nursery, the women can have some economic activity going on to continue the educational activities, and a decent living for the people. And I think together with APBME and all our dear foster parents, we will together give a better future for the most unfortunate and poor children here in India. Thank you for what you do. We deeply admire and appreciate your sacrifices. Although we know Italy and other countries in Europe are facing economic slowdown, but you still think of your brothers and sisters here in India. And I think that makes us realize that we are children of one heavenly Father, and that we are all brothers and sisters, that we all feel responsible for the poor who are suffering, that together in partnership we are building God's kingdom where every child will have a good, better living, they will have education, they will have health care, and then we can say a world that is God created for us to live in. Thank you so much for what you do, and most welcome to visit India and our children. Thank you so much.